A new punching.
Feeling lucky today?
The tides beckon.
I'm getting sick of you.
Ha! Settle down.
Smile! Hard-hitting explosive!
Let the mighty be humbled. Run away now. Stay cool. Face your guilt. This could get a little chilly. A moment, please. Be sanctified.
Say cheese! Truth bomb! Cue the spotlight! Surprise! Yeah! Yeah! Huh. Huh. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Let's begin. Stay cool. Face your guilt.
Lucky today? Let's move.
Now. Have a safe trip. Let the mighty be humbled. Bow your head.
There is no escape! Quiver! No turning back! I'm going in! Stop right there! You asked for it! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down! Teamwork is dreamwork! Storm the front! Let's light it up! Final warning! Hands where I can see 'em! Now he shall perish! I'm going in! Glory to the Shogun! You asked for it! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape! Justice will prevail! No turning back! Teamwork is dreamwork! Torn to oblivion! Drop your weapons! Hands where I can see 'em! I'm going in! Inazuma shines eternal! shattered! Storm the front! Teamwork is dreamwork! Yoo-hoo! Time to shine! Ready, steady, go! I'll protect us. Come on out!
Seems like an emergency.
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in song!
My lucky day.
La 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 la.
Your coming was foretold. Dance with me. Your coming was foretold.
Let the world collide! Strike a
Dance
pose!
with me.
Remember, health comes first. A bitter pill to swallow.
Let the show begin. Bye! Make race.
Seems like an emergency.
Ninjutsu! Time to shine! May I present?
mind the side effects.
The show begins!
My blade!
Let the world collide!
Shine down!
Stop right there! Justice will prevail! Everybody stand back! No turning back! Flash!
Now you shall perish!
You asked for it! Teamwork is dreamwork! Glory to the Shogun!
Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
Final warning! Justice will prevail! I'm going in! Strike! No turning back!
Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
Stop right there! You asked for it! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Final warning! Justice will prevail! Storm the front! Flash! I'm going in!
Torn to oblivion! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
Stop right there! Overruled. Everlasting as the moon.
Supporting fire!
Final warning. You asked for it.
A round of applause!
This is where you fall. Laid bare.
Here's Becca!
Let's get this show on the road!
Stop right there! Hands where I can see them! Witness my rise. Overruled. Drop your weapons! You asked for it!
Really? Lucky today.
Supporting fire!
Everlasting as the moon! Laid bare. Witness my rise. Overruled.
Here's Becca!
Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed.
A round of applause! Now disappear!
It's over.
Hands where I can see them.
Fire it up!
There is no escape!
No turning back. Everybody stand back.
Now you shall perish! Shine down! There is no escape!
I'm going in.
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Quiver! Storm the front! Now you shall perish!
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up.
There is no escape!
Dodge this!
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Everybody stand back. Huh? Strike. Glory to the Shogun.
Torn to oblivion!
Cool it! Oh, so sorry.
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Freeze! This one will be frozen.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Children, come, come. You've a...
Oh, what is it?
Oh, no. In fact...
A gift? For Paimon?
When you traversed my old that, fortunately, Oh, I will not... The teapot that you entered previous...
So...
Oh, but that's enough
That's right!
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no... What's more, Well, for starters, I require... You would have to dig down, but almost no... Even more In any case, Smaragdus Jade... Goodness knows if...
Well, since...
Yes.
She counts?
Oh,
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
allow me to do the honors. Yenfei.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you. You became one of Liu's before finally defeating a shame that we didn't meet. If we had, allow me to introduce myself. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at...
All right, Yenfei, all right. You'll have to excuse Yenfei.
Paimon was gonna ask.
An Adeptus? He mentioned they had me, and once I was all grown up...
Well, that's a bit casual for an adept.
Well, my dad... Anyway, let's...
Is that so, Yenfei?
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Oh,
Whoa, that's a really thick book.
commercial consultancy. Or... Snezhnaya Kruszel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once... He mentioned that he was... So, I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want to join me?
Wow, an Adeptus best we be...
Hello, Mr. Kruszel.
Oh, good.
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize, I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhi Qiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhi Qiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhi Qiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Chow lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Kruszel. We'll be off now.
I should have story.
My friend, what can I get you?
Or not.
Whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me.
How do you do, Miss? My associates and I are very interested.
The hairpins. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice. My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Miss Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can... True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Juchao looks like she's about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the Jadeite is genuine or not? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the Jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please. Please, however much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossell's.
Ah, Miss Yan. You lost
I'm sorry.
Mora. I do.
No problem. But before I can... It was in fact genuine...
Of course.
All right, understood.
Thank you very much.
Looks like I'll have to find...
Please wait, Mr. Chow. It's not convenient.
We can't put the atmosphere in.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like...
Miss Yenfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite after all.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of
Well then, since you...
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first...
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for It feels like Yanfei is even more...
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything anywhere commissioned but not bound.
I understand.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and...
I've had to read through...
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how I don't believe you have been part of an investigation.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask...
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to... Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not. Also, the idea of someone abused... But again, let's not dwell on this. I've got it. If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
What should I try to tell you how it is? Oh there! Come and see these rare and precious curios.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yenfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossell enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnine merchant named Crossell, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Huh? If my eye... Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give elemental sight a shot. So, did you find anything? So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time. These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
All right, let's focus up. We're going...
But, never mind.
Unusual actions have...
What should I try this time?
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store...
yes, that's...
Then I have no further
Of course!
Oh, I have my this document.
Yes?
I wouldn't say there's...
With this hard evidence to back us...
On the contrary, if you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Nope. Aha! Got it! Sinxie. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for... As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. But the amendments made by... As such, legal advice...
So you help them...
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because... You sound surprised, knowing... Oh, this has nothing to do...
Again with that...
Well, that's that then.
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time,
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Crossell? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yeah, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Sinksy, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the ministry on it.
Thank you, Sinksy. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again!
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last... Dr. Baiju.
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus jadeite.
Smaragdus jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnayan merchant?
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Cross.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine, we need to start with evidence from the Jade Mystery. Clearly, you still have a few things to learn about this aspect of legal proceedings. This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the Nephrite, he returned the valuable Jadeite core to me, and some Nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What should we do next?
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed...
Our second piece of evidence...
You know you...
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because... Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall...
What?
Smaragdus Jadeite Spring sustained contact... Mr. Crossell. No idea, you say? I'm afraid that this falls out. However, don't worry, Miss. I trust that you'll give...
What? Wait!
Oh, so you knew? Oh,
Huh? No,
Aren't actually inlaid. You do... Mr. Crossell, your answer...
He's seriously intimidating.
I admit it. But I'm a victim in all of this, too. But after receiving it, I went to That's why I had another pair. I kept the real Smaragdus Jadeite and especially made. I was worried that someone would see through.
Exactly.
If word got out that
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there.
10 times.
Crossell looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with...
20%? That's as much as I...
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus Jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Jichao.
However, Mr. Crossell...
What? But...
Miss Yunfei,
Well, that's not...
Thanks so much for your help
Oh, come on. No need to...
Well
then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client
Is that so?
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I could see from the hairpins you... If we could join...
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too.
Exactly. Usually when even though
the right solution depends... The objective of my client, Mr. an Adeptus. Speaking of, Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by... The title of Adeptus means In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor...
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely...
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny...
returned. Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right, then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts, too.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot, hmm?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis. Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all. Liyue is not the same place I once knew. All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment. There we go. This Serenity. Hold it firm. Take these blueprints with you as...
Wait a minute!
Oh...
Wow! This teapot seems even big, huh? But there's just a whole lot of Paimon can't... Still. Oh, wait a
Wow, it seems...
It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, Oh, call me.
So you're the...
Madam Pink. You may leave. Your journey may be far, though it is thus. You may consider. Now, have you any... As long as you have a blueprint, you can read...
Blueprint?
Yes, these are the... Just commit the... Then simply...
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we?
I doubt it. He said, this world is not...
A golden eye...
I hardly remember myself. Well, let's know if there's...
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches you. Go! Storm the front! Now you shall perish! You asked for it! Let's light it up!
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Everybody stand back! There is no escape!
Illusion shattered! All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.